5150 on your AM dial. This is KUNT Radio, Sneedville. The time is now 2100 hours. 5150 KUNT Radio presents Translation, the show that tells you what Tyree Sneed is really saying. And now, here's your host, Rich Baritoad. Thank you everybody so much. Thank you for joining us once again here on Translation. You know what we do here. We take one of Tyree Sneed's community posts, we put it into Google Translate, translate it into another language, then back into English, and then we do it 2 more times. You could look at it like spinning a record backwards trying to find a evil, dark message. We're spinning Tyree Sneed's community post backwards, trying to find common sense. Never happens though, so let's get going here on Translation. It's time to meet our first vivacious language. Will you put your hands together and welcome Khmer to the show? Ah yes, the language of the Khmer Rouge, live here on Translation on 5150 KUNT. And let's head on over to Google Translate. You know what happens when we do that. It's time to learn the phrase of the day. So, yeah, I'm pretty psyched about it too. So, let's get going. Remember, this is an actual community post from Tyree Sneed. And this is the phrase of the day. You are not better than me, bitch. And you and nobody is more of a man than me. Now shut the fuck up or fade me, 'cause you don't challenge a man's manhood unless you willing to really challenge it. Pussy ass coward, cunt ho bitch, proud of being shit. LMFAO-FOH. So that's our phrase of the week. Let's go on over to Google Translate and load this unadulterated crazy into the program. We've done that. And it is now in Khmer. So now it's time to do exactly what it is that we're here for. We cut. We paste. And our first translation is in. All right. Done with the first translation here on Translation. To refresh, the phrase of the week is, you are not better than me, bitch, and you and nobody is more of a man than me. Now shut the fuck up or fade me, 'cause you don't challenge a man's manhood unless you willing to really challenge it. Pussy ass, coward, cunt ho bitch, proud of being shit, LMFAO-FOH. So, after the first translation here on Translation, that statement now reads, you are no better than me, bitch, and you and no one else is more like me now. Shut down or diminish me, 'cause you are not opposed to manhood unless you are willing to challenge it. Make it mad. Was shit, LMFAO-FOH. So there's our first translation this afternoon on Translation. And it's time to meet our next language here on Translation. Will you give a warm, wet, sloppy KUNT welcome to Tajik. Tajik, live here on Translation. So let's go on over. We have put the first translation in, and it has been translated into Tajik. So here's the big part. We cut. We paste. And the second translation is done here on Translation. Okay, again, the original reads, you are not better than me, bitch, and you and nobody is more of a man than me. Now shut the fuck up or fade me, 'cause you don't challenge a man's manhood unless you're willing to really challenge it. Pussy ass, coward, cunt, ho bitch, proud of being shit,  It gets more insane and desperate every time you read it. So after 2 translations, that statement now reads, "You are no better than me. You are a hairdresser, and you are nobody else who is just like me. Shut up or reduce it, because you are not against men unless you confront it. Make it crazy. Was shit. LMFAOFOH." So there's your second translation on translation. One more to go here, so it's time to meet our final language here on translation. Will you please welcome Uzbek? Welcome Uzbek to the show, everybody. It's time for our final translation. So we put the second translation into Google Translate, and it is now in Uzbek. And now the tension grows. We cut, we paste, and our last translation is done here on translation. All right. We're all done here on translation, and one more time, here is the phrase of the day that we started with. You are not better than me, bitch. And you and nobody is more of a man than me. Now shut the fuck up or fade me, cause you don't challenge a man's manhood unless you willing to really challenge it. Pussy ass, coward cunt, hoe bitch, proud of being shit, LMFAOFOH. We would like to thank that little bit of insanity for playing along tonight on translation. So here we are, after 3 translations. This is how the story ends. You are no better than me. You are a hairdresser, and you are nobody else like me. Shut it down or reduce it, because if you don't stand up to it, you drive it crazy. The noise was LMFAO Fox. So that's it for today on translation. I'd like to thank everybody for coming on out and having a good time with us. 5150 KUNT Radio. This is Rich Baritone. This is translation. We'll see you soon. 5150 KUNT Radio has presented translation on KUNT Radio, 5150 Sneedville Purgatory.